And welcome into another episode of the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. And we do want to thank our sponsors. Of course, you see them all behind us here. The Point Restaurant out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. I am your host, Zach Elizabeth Pushman Taha Grantham. That's not my real middle name, Heather. But this is Heather with Armor Garage Door. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Do you have the same middle name as me? Elizabeth Pushman Taha?
I do.
Okay, my parents just wanted to give me two middle names for some reason.
Wow.
It's actually Marshall.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's like Southern Oklahoma County.
Yes.
Marshall County. There you go. All right, so we got Heather here. She's going to tell us about Armor Garage Door. Now, I know in the name, it's Garage Doors. But to tell us a little bit about your company, how this got going.
Okay, well, my husband and I started this about 30 years ago. So we've been in the business a long time. And we've had a business in Oklahoma City, Fort Worth, and now here in the Texoma. We've been out here for over a decade in Texoma. So we moved out here because we wanted a little slower pace life. So
yeah. And I know that, and I'm not judging anybody when I'm driving by their house, but, you know, sometimes you see people in their houses and their garage doors a little off kilter and stuff. I mean, it can kind of be a little intimidating when it comes to garage doors.
yeah, it can, absolutely. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
So garage doors, you know, they can weigh up to 400, sometimes 1,000 pounds. So people don't realize that. Yeah. So if a spring breaks or something happens, it can be a dangerous situation. So
yeah, for sure. All right, we're going to have more with Heather with Armor Garage Doors coming up here in just a second. But right now, we have a word from our sponsor. And welcome back to the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast, of course, brought to you by the Point Restaurant out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. We still got Heather here with Armor Garage Door. So you were mentioning a little bit ago, talking about garage doors being heavy and springs and all of that, but I wanted to tell you a funny story. I don't know if you have any funny garage stories. We could probably go on for a while, but this is my funny garage story. So my wife, as Borat would say, sorry. But, so we were in our living room one day and all of a sudden we heard, pow! It was so loud. I go outside. I'm like, a car hit our house. Something happened. Yes. Car accident outside, something. I'm looking over the roof. I'm trying to figure out, I cannot figure out what it was, but it was so loud. It scared me half to death. So then I start like inspecting and I go into the garage. I'm trying to figure out, well, maybe, the garage caved in or something happened. But the spring broke.
yes.
And it was so loud.
They were so loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my landlord was like, well, good thing you weren't in here because that could be dangerous. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's why you have to have a professional come in like Armor Garage Door to take care of stuff like that.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great story. And we hear that a lot. So yeah, it's scary when you hear that. It is such a loud sound.
Yeah, it sounds like a bomb went off or something. It scares you half to death. But so do you see a lot of people that are wanting to upgrade their garage doors? I mean, there's like, for instance, in my house, garage doors, a little bit older.
Yeah.
So it may be time for an upgrade.
Absolutely. And, the garage door, it's one of the first things you see when you drive by somebody's house.
Mhm.
It's huge. It's bigger than your front door. It's bigger than really anything on your house a lot of times. So, upgrading it can change the whole curb appeal to the house.
So I got to ask you, since you own Armor Garage Door, do we have like one of those fancy garage doors at your house? Like it's like a margarita machine. Has Wi-Fi.
It does have Wi-Fi.
Disco ball, things like that.
Yeah. I will say that, I do have an upgraded garage door. It is insulated. In this weather, we need an insulated door. So
Yeah, and I imagine that matters too when it comes to cold weather, because if you got water pipes and stuff running through there, you want to make sure that it's enclosed.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. The garage has a lot of stuff in it. So, toys and stuff too.
Yeah.
Keep those warm.
Yeah,
Especially around the lake here, because we have a lot of people that, store their boats or their, side-by-sides and things like that. So
Those people aren't me.
Yeah,
I wish I had a
me
boat.
either.
I wish I had a boat in my garage. All right, well, Heather, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. And before we go, we definitely want to get your website, Facebook page, anything that you have out there, so that way people can get a hold of you.
awesome. So we are at garagedoortexoma.com. That's pretty simple. And then, of course, we're on Facebook. So like us on Facebook. We always keep specials and things like that on there as well. So
Awesome. That's great. Well, Heather, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for joining us today on the podcast. And that's going to wrap it up for the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast for this week. We want to thank the Point Restaurant out there at Grand Pepe Point Resort and Marina for being our sponsor of this podcast. But we also want to thank you for watching this every single week. And don't forget, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, that you like it, that you follow it, that you, it's hitting the bell. It's hitting the bell on YouTube. And then, of course, we upload it up on Facebook as well if you're more of a Facebook person. But thank you so much for watching this episode of the Buzz Around Texoma, and we'll see you next week.